Committee X and Committee Y, which have no common members, will combine to form Committee Z. Does Committee X have more members than Committee Y? Statement number 1 tells us that the average age on Committee X is 27.9 years, and the average age on Committee Y is 29.3 years. So we know the people on Committee Y are slightly older, but just knowing the averages gives us no information about how many people there are. If you have an average of 25.7, that might be 10 people, that might be 1,000 people. So we have no idea. So this statement by itself, insufficient. Statement number 2 says that Committee Z, when it's combined, all these people together have an average age of 26.6 years. Well, again, just that piece of information alone, knowing the average of Committee Z, that gives us no information at all about the relative size of Committee X or Committee Y. So that statement by itself is completely insufficient. Because both statements are insufficient, we have to consider them together. So what happens when we combine statement number 1 and statement number 2? Well, let's look at a number line. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and the average for X is right around here, 25.7. The average for Y is way up here, 29.3. The average for Z is 26.6. So notice that Z is much, much closer to X than it is to Y. And so what that means is that we put X and Y together, and the combined average wound up being much closer to the average of X. And so that means that X had to carry more weight, which means that X has to have more members than Y. So it turns out, combining all this information, it is sufficient. So statement number 1, not sufficient. Statement number 2, not sufficient, but combined the statements are sufficient. That means the answer is C.